Hey guys, how you doing? This is Jay Burnham, and I'm with the Real Jay Burnham Show. And today we're going to talk about finding and hiring good workers to help you work at your moving business or what other business you have. Now, couple of warnings here. This I too have a situation with finding good guys that will stick around long enough to actually be someone that will stick around. I've seen moving companies that have hired guys and the guys have been with them for years. Then I've had guys that just won't stick around at all. They change positions like they change their underwear. So how do we get the guys that are going to be really super loyal, really super good versus the guys that are just like their resume, their jobs read like a McDonald's menu, where you got it. They don't know where their belt is supposed to go when they wear their clothes. They think their belt goes around their ass rather around their waist. They think they're gangsters or thugs, yet they have to be driven to work by their mommies. You know what I'm talking about. Anyway, I had once had a consultation by a guy who actually taught me something. He said, Jay, when you going to look for your guys to hire, you've got to be very specific and define exactly what you're looking for. And I thought that was very good advice. And I've taken that advice to heart. And that's what I've done. Every time I've put up an ad, I've been very, very specific. However, like you, I didn't know that there was other options, and I would only specifically use Craigslist to do my ads. Now, now that Craigslist is charging $15 to put a help wanted ad, I'm no longer using them. But today's tutorial, today's lesson, is I'm going to go through the entire spectrum and of the things that I have done and implemented that have gone to help me find some better and better people. Okay? And first of all, let's go to, remember I was talking to you about how you had to define? Well, I didn't know what I was really needed and wanted. So what I did is I went to some of the websites like 2 Men in a Truck and other large moving companies and found out what they wrote on their help wanted ads. And usually their help wanted ads are the same thing that they have on their website when they go, I need such and such. So first one I went to was 2 Men in a Truck. So I thought I would walk you through the exact same steps I did when I first started hiring people. So you get a good idea. So here I'm on my computer. I'm going to minimize it. And then I'm going to minimize it, get myself down in the corner there like I am. Now let's go to 2 Men in a Truck and see what's going on here, okay? So here's 2 Men in a Truck. For the Lansing area, they need a general labor driver mover. It's a nice little web page. That's fine. But then they have this job description, launch your career. You notice they said career, they didn't say job. They said career because they want guys to stick around. They're trying to already mentally trying to stimulate these guys. Hey, this is something that can be long term. We want you sticking around a long time. So that's that word right there, career, is very, very vital in your ad. And I think that's a great point that you should put in there. So it says launch your career with 2 Men in a Truck as a mover and discover the opportunities for growth into a driver position, office position, or move it into other franchise, blah, blah, blah. A little area on the ferry side, but hey, we're going. But then it comes down here and it says job responsibilities, provide exceptional customer service as you safely move, unpack customer belongings, greet customer upon arrival at specified location and complete a walkthrough of premises. Cool. Communicate professionally in English, both verbally and in writing. Comfortably interface with customer. Now, some of these words are getting a little on the high side. Interface, they should say comfortably speak and talk with customers instead of using interface. But I get what they're trying to do. Again, what they're trying to do is trying to get people who can understand that communication are on the brighter side of life. These guys are not, fifth grade dropouts. They have 60 baby mamas. These guys are going to be guys that have a little bit of an education under the belt. They most likely completed high school and can know how to read a little bit. So that's kind of what's going on here. I particularly, I mean, let's just move on. I'm not necessarily in agreement, but I understand what they're trying to do. Assist driver with truck inspections and removing equipment, inventory, share responsibility with the driver in accurately completing paperwork and payment collection. That's a great one. That's their job responsibilities. Because what it's saying now is, hey, we're going to hold you just as responsible as we hold the guy in charge. If they don't collect the right amount of money, guess what? You're just as guilty. If you guys lose equipment, you're just as guilty. And it's what it's doing. It's showing that we're forcing one responsibility, but two, the people that understand that will go, okay, yeah, I'm a responsible guy. They're thinking that mentally. They're not being, without being, hey, we're looking for responsible people. You know, job requirements because moving is stressful. We see candidates with a commitment to customer service and appreciation for variety in your job. And that is key. You do want somebody that understands customer service. I can't tell you how many times I've hired guys and they curse and they swear and they're smoking cigarettes. They're on their cell phones to their boyfriends and their side boys and all that good stuff. Um, it's just like that's not what you want. You want good quality guys, right? They must have a high school diploma or equivalent. Again, we don't want high school dropouts. High school dropouts are dropouts for a reason. The, you know, excellent customer service skills. You want somebody that can communicate, can be kind of salesy, will be fun. And when something goes awry, can actually talk to the customer. Professional attitude and demeanor. In other words, they look and act professional. Experience in the fields of general labor, landscaping, construction, or warehouse help. In other words, they're used to being able to lift things up, move things around, handle, objects, not paper pushers, right? Strong logic and mathematics skills. In other words, can you add, subtract, divide, multiply? Because you're going to be required to do that. You're going to have to realize, you worked on it. You're going to have to be able to tell the time. So you got to be able to know, okay, you've been on the job 10 hours, and then you got to be able to go 10 times whatever the hourly rate up. Let's say it's $100. Go, okay, you owe us $1,000. See how fast that math was? And if somebody can't add, simple basic mathematics, we're not asking them to do the algebra or calculus or trigonometry. We're asking them to do addition, multiplication, subtraction, and division. Simply. They got to have the stamina. You got to be able to do 100 pounds or more while repeatedly climbing, balancing, kneeling, crouching, walking, etc. Good hand-to-eye coordination. And just because you played Overwatch or Titanfall or whatever does not give you good hand-to-eye coordination. That's that's thumb-to-eye coordination. We want somebody that actually has the dexterity and the balance. Someone like Ninja Warriors. They got good hand-to-eye coordination, right? With a valid driver's license and a good driving record, right? Then it tells them what they offer. Movers start at 11, drivers start at 13.50. Movers and drivers have the opportunity to earn tips, which is good. And then 2-minute truck offers benefits. If you guys don't offer benefits, don't put that stuff there. Not when you're first starting out and you don't have the volume that 2 men in a truck is, you can't be offering benefits because you can't afford it. Don't think you can. All right. However, if you can, please do, because you're going to get some good guys that way. All right. Of course, they've got to work with you for you got to make it a stipulation that you're not going to do any kind of benefits unless they've worked 90 days or more. All right. So anyway, I don't know how 2 Men in a Truck does it, but that's what they were doing. So, but let's actually go in. Let's say now you have an ad. Now you could go to Craigslist and go to the job section, go to the general labor, right? And you can see here, oh, look at all these jobs that are going, blah, blah, blah. Come over here and say, I want to post. All right. And then you could come over here and you got a service offered, right? You're going to go into the labor, hauling, moving, click that on, enter in your email, log in, and then put up your ad. And then after your ad's done and you've got your pictures on the posting or what have you, then you can then they're going to ask for a credit card and charge you $15 for your ad. That's awesome. Very good. Um, and you're going to get people to call you. Now, that's another thing. When you're asking for people to call you, are you going to have them call your offices or are you going to have them call your cell phone? Me, if your cell phone is your number, well, then you got to have to do that. Me, I've got my own office number. I have them call the office. I don't want them talking to me on my cell phone because I'll get these incessant calls at literally late at night, 11, 12 o'clock at night, want to know, hey, you guys hiring? Yeah, that's why we have an ad on Craigslist, dumbass. Yeah. Hint, the guy asks you, are you hiring? When you got an ad up, don't hire him. He's a moron. Move on. What I normally when somebody look this is true story. When somebody calls me asking if I if I'm hiring, I go, yes. Meet me at Home Depot tomorrow morning at 8 o'clock. And of course, they're never going to show. So don't worry about it. I'll do some weird thing. I'll give them some weird address, and um, go from there. All right. So that's Craigslist. Now you can do Craigslist, and Craigslist will work. If you want to do Craigslist, do all Craigslist. But Craigslist doesn't have a great reputation of getting good people. And so what I have learned to do is go to Indeed. No, not at all. I've actually never used Indeed, but since we're right here on Indeed, let's take a look at it. Indeed does allow you to post. You can come up to Indeed. You would go over here, hit employers, post a job, and then it'll tell you your next hire is here. You post your job, click that on. You give them an email, put a password, create your account, and then go do that. What I've heard some okay things from them. I just don't know that Indeed is going to be the place for general labor, but I'm going to give it a go and see what it's going to do for me. So I'll let you guys know how it works out for me on Indeed. I just thought I'd put that there to give you guys some sort of idea that you can go to Indeed. You just go to Indeed.com and you can go there. But here's what we want to talk about. We want to talk about Facebook. All right. So here's Facebook, and if you go over here to this side of Facebook, you go down your list and it says Explore, and then it's got this thing called Jobs. Really? Jobs. You click that on, and boom. And now it says Publish a job post. So we want to publish our job post. So it'll pull up one of the pages, and you can go through your pages, go to your um, thing. And I'm going to do this. This is what I'm going to do. I'm going to say hiring for drivers and movers, right? We're going to use our cover photo, which is this photo right here. Job title, driver slash mover, or they, oh, what they actually had something like they had a mover, and there you go, mover and packer. There you go. And then it comes up with a address, which is good. I'm actually going to change that address to our new offices because if you notice in the background, all all the shelves are bare. That's because I had all my guys come in. We packed up today, and we're going to be moving to our new offices. I'm so excited. So on Monday, we're coming in. We're bringing in. We got our trucks ready. We're going to load them up and move everything over to our new offices for better expansion. I'm going to have a bigger office that actually has windows to the outside. Yay! I'm so excited. Anyway, so I'm going to put that address in here. Look, 731 East Shiawassee Street. There we go. Good. Salary, we're going to say, let's put the low end because they're drivers. So we're going to go 10 per hour, full-time, yes. And then here's where you can enter in your job description. And I've actually made up one that I have done. So basically, I'm going to go and whoops. Sorry, that's for another company. So I'm going to go over there and I'm going to paste it in here. Good. So we're not looking for any of that. So getting rid of that. And then we're going to go over here and change this. I will give you this job thing. It will be down in the description. So you can use this. Um, you can use this how you like and adjust it for your company. Um, Good. So here we go. We got You Save Moving is recruiting the best of the best because we are. You are motivated, responsible, on time, hardworking, cares about their craft, goes the extra mile to make sure everything is done right. Individuals done right. Individuals, so please contact us. This is you are at, you know, make sure everything is done right. Individual, so please contact us. We will train you while you pay. We offer opportunities for advancement, happy, healthy work environment that could also get you in shape. How true is that? We are a fast growing, quality oriented specialty moving company focused on moving. I forgot that I wrote this for a different company who needed this, so I gotta redo it. Sorry, guys. We are focused on moving and storage of household items. There we go. I forgot. Got to spell household right. Don't want to look like a moron in front of all the idiots out there. Good. We are a fast growing, quality oriented, specialty moving company focused on moving and storage of household items. We need like minded people to be on our team. The good, competitive pay, and a company that appreciates you. Get paid while trained, healthy outdoor living lifestyle, opportunity for advancement. The bad, actual work, no shortcuts. We are quality committed both to our people and customers. No shortcuts allowed. The qualifications. Remember, again, earlier I said you got to define what you want. Must be 18 for a mover and at least 21 to be a driver slash mover. Have valid ID, reliable transportation to and from work. If your mommy or girlfriend has to drive you, you don't have reliable transportation. They don't. Trust me. That is, if they had to be driven to work, they do not have reliable transportation. Good work history. In other words, if your resume has you with a different job every 2 to 3 months, your work history sucks. And you don't want those people. Must know what a belt is and where to wear it. And it ain't around your ass. No, it's around your waist, people. Pull your pants up. You're not a thug or a gangsta. If you're a thug or gangsta, please look elsewhere. High level of quality means you are responsible to ensure everything is done right once. Hot summer days, cold winter nights, and everything in between. Send us an email with your resume and job experience. And then put your email. You save. But here's the thing with Facebook, guess what? They respond to us, and that's all they're going to be. Um, so, free text question. Why do you think you're a good candidate for not Hot Dog Fridays, but you save moving and storage? Now that's something new. I didn't know that that was um, on there, so I like that. And so you can do additional questions too. And I didn't even think I'm going to have to explore that. Receive applications by email. So you would go, you save moving and storage at gmail.com. All right. So they've updated this. So here's your ad. This is what your ad's going to hiring for drivers and movers. And then they got a picture of your moving company. And then it has this. And then they got the apply now. And people, and this is what it's going to look like in mobile newsfeed. So when they're on their phone. And this is for the desktop. This is for on their phone or tablet or what have you. Full time, $10 an hour. What Please include a valid email address. That is a valid email. I did. Did I spell something wrong? I don't know. Mm, I don't know. Maybe they don't like that. All right, well, fine. I'm gonna get rid of that. There we go. Um, they didn't like my email address for some reason. I think maybe they want it to go to like blog at yourmovingcompany.com versus a Gmail or something. But all right, that's what it seems to be. All right, so basically, what's going to happen now is I'm going to publish this. All right. Once your job post is approved, it'll appear on Facebook within 24 hours, blah, 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 and you can go and close. Good. So what's going to happen then is that'll probably get approved really very quickly. And what's going to happen is um, we're going to go in and I'm going to actually go to USave Moving's storage page that I have here. And you're going to see in the messages, well, no, they went away. Okay. Here's a guy. Here's this guy, AJ Timko, and it comes when they apply, they're actually going to apply right here on Facebook, which is awesome. So basically, what's going to happen is when they apply here on Facebook, you actually get to see their work experience, what they've put into Facebook. Like when your Facebook says, "I've had this job, I've had this job, I've had this job," so it kind of gives you an idea of their um, resume. It gives them your resume. I don't know why I think. And then I have an automated response, but then basically you can go back and look at their profile. And this is what I'm going to do. I went and looked at this guy's profile, and I noticed his stuff, and he says, "I'm cut from a different cloth." Okay, that kind of thing. God bless the United States. We salute our flag, support our troops. I like all that. He says he's self-employed. Studied at the old school of Hard Knocks, which just means yeah, means he's a thug gangsta. Went to Williamston, which is good. But right away, look what's happening here. Um, he ducked the F off, never water yourself down just because somebody can't handle it. In other words, I am who I am. You don't like it, F off, screw you. I'm bad. Yeah, you're gonna. Here's a couple of his pictures. You're gonna need therapy after you meet me. I'm warning you. In other words, he thinks he's some badass, and yeah, you're not a badass. You're just. He's got crappy photos. The guy's, is he's got photos, of this. He doesn't have anything that's, positive. It's all negative. He's studying at the School of Hard Knocks, which means he moves from job to job to job. He can't keep a job, but he's a tough guy. He's a man, but he can't do what he, you know what I mean? It's just like, yeah. See, he's got half naked pictures, thinking he's Mister, he's Hugh Hefner or something. Dude, you're not. All right. If you want something like that, you're gonna have to pay for it, and and then you ain't got the money because you can't keep a job. So I mean, I just look at it. Hate to say it. Look at their friends. If his friends, he's friends with people that are the best. You know what I mean? Anyway, so that gives you an idea. And again, that ad is that doing that on this is, you know, it's a way to get free and upgrade. But you get to see their profile. You get to see who they are before you hire them. And based on his profile, I went down to this as, "Hello, thank you for sending in your info for our moving position. We do truly appreciate," which I do. I appreciate that he took the time. "After reviewing your application and profile, we feel that we may not be the best of fits." In other words, I don't think you're going to do well here. Um, you're this probably isn't the best fit because I'm not looking for someone like you. "We wish you the best of luck in finding a position suited to you." Best check. And that's true. I do wish him the good luck. He might not be good for me, but hey, he'll probably find that one position that is good for him. And I do hope that he gets it. But don't be ingenuous. Don't be a dick. You know, like, "Hey, your stuff sucks, and you got an attitude problem, and you hang out with deadbeat druggies, potheads that have like no ambition in life." It might be true. but that's not what you want to communicate to the guy. You want to communicate to the guy in a positive manner, because hopefully, if you truly want the best for him, you do want him to go find a better job. And then he responded with some smart ass comment. But hey, that is what it is. But anyway, that's what's going to happen with um, the Facebook ads, and they're 100% free. So I mean, just do that. And I will put my ad up there, and you just adjust it for your moving company or your business, whatever you want to do, and you can do whatever you want with that. It's there for you. It's free. But another thing I want to go over to now, what's going to happen is people are going to start calling you, and that's absolutely fine. You're going to start getting calls for it. Now, what's going to happen, and this is what I have found to be true, you're going to get 100 people that call you for a position. You're going to schedule probably out of that, let's just say 50% of those 50 people. You'll schedule them to come in for an interview. Out of that 50 people that come in for an interview, 10 might come in for their interview. Out of that 10, you might be able to hire 5. Out of the 5 that you hire, 3 will actually show up to work when you give them a day to work. And out of that 3 that works, that come to work, you'll keep 1. And that's what I wanted to communicate to you. Hire in excess. Hire in excess. In other words, if you need 2 movers, hire 6. Because if you want 2 movers, you want to hire 6, because I guarantee those other 4, they will be gone in a matter of days, if not hours. Just, so hire in excess. Also, when you do hire somebody, hire slowly. The key word is you do not want to just jump into a new hire. So hire slowly, fire quickly. When somebody's not working out, do not try to give them a second chance and a third chance and a fourth chance. Don't say, okay, they're going to get better. They're not. Fire them now. Get rid of them. They will be a drain on your business. You do not want to have one bad move from these guys, because one bad move can set off a whole bad exchange. Fire quickly. Do not keep those guys. All right? So there's that. Now, another thing that I have just started implementing, and I'm finding, and I really don't have the results for you, but something I want to just bring up for you. Whenever you do set up an interview, what you want them to bring several things with you. You want them to bring their ID. You want to actually see their ID and social security card. You want to know that you're hiring somebody legal, because that could be bad if you don't. Especially if you're hiring a driver. What's happened is that, hey, I'm hiring for a driver. I come in, yeah, I can drive. I've got a driver's license, blah, blah, blah. And then I find out after I've hired them and I haven't looked at their driver's license to make sure, I find out that their driver's license is actually being suspended. All right. So if they're coming in for a driver position, they got to bring proof that their driver's license is valid, a valid ID. If it's just a mover, just make sure that they've got some sort of ID, whether it's a state ID or something. You want something with their face on it, and their social security card, so on and so forth. You want them to bring that in. But with the drivers, have them bring in their driving record, a copy of their driving record. Here in Michigan, it's like $7 for them to get their driving record. Have them go out to the Secretary of State and get it and bring it into you. You want to actually check their driving record, because if they got a lot of DUIs on their record, whether they've got their driver's license or not, it's not something you necessarily want. Or if they have a lot of possessions, drug possession charges, it's not somebody you want working for you, right? But anyway, before you hire, another thing you should do is have them come to the 16personalities.com. It's free of charge. Again, it's 16personalities.com. You can have them take this test, which is several questions long, and it will come up and it'll give them it will give them a personality. And then basically, and then you could, if you want to know what kind of personalities, you've got this. You've got people that are analysis. These are the bookworm type guys. You got diplomats, the diplomats, they're going to be the, working people out. You're going to have the sentinels, they're going to be your try and true, the explorers. They're going to be a little like, they're going to be out there, outgoing guys that are, pretty much. And this is what I did. I was an entrepreneur A. I don't know what the T. I think I don't know. Maybe, but this is what when I took the test. This is I came up. So I guess I'm an explorer, um, smart, energetic, very perceptive person who truly living on the edge, which is kind of true. And most entrepreneurs are probably going to do it. But my personality says I am a true entrepreneur. Um, but anyway, it gives you go. Have them take this test. When they're done with it, they can have it emailed to them and say, "Hey, when you're done with that, and you get it emailed, print that off and bring it into me, or email that into me because I want to see what it says about you on this personality test." All right, and just have them take the test. And it's not you can't hire or fire them based on that. It's not something that you can do that, but it'll give you a good idea of who the person is, right? Other than that, when somebody comes in, do an analysis. Go to their Facebook page, find them on social media, check them out. Like that's what I like about Facebook jobs. When somebody posts says they're interested in my job, I can actually see their profile, and then I can take a look for them, and I can make my decision based on their profile, you know, and you don't want to judge somebody for because they live the pothead existence or whatever. And there's no hard and fast rules of what you're looking for, but you know if you go through their Facebook profile, you'll get an understanding of who they are. And if you can live with that kind of person, you can be friends with that kind of person, you can resonate with that kind of person, there might be a good employee for you. But like that guy AG Timko, he's a tough guy. I can tell right now he's going to be one of these guys. If I said something bad, he's going to quit at a drop of the hat because he can't keep a job. You know, he thinks he has the world by the tail and he knows what he's doing. And he's learned from the school of hard knocks. It just means he's got an attitude problem. He's not going to fit in with me, and he's not going to fit in with this position. Does that mean he won't fit in with some other moving company? No, not at all. He might get along very well with some other moving company. He might get along very well at a landscaping company or a house cleaning company or whatever it is that he's going to work at. But you got to find out, is that a personality you can be around? Is that something that you can work with? That should be your determinant. There's no hard and fast rule, right? Don't ever, by under any circumstance, if they're black and if you're white and somebody's black, don't ever say that's why you're not hiring them. First of all, if that's the kind of person you are, please don't be even business. If you're going to be biased or sexist or whatever. I've had women work for me that worked harder than the guys. So you know, don't be sexist, don't be bigoted, don't be racist. If you're doing any of that, you'll deserve any kind of lawsuit that comes at you. But do look at their personality. Define them based on the character of what you see in front of you. So and there will be the guys that will be, their Facebook page will be something that you don't approve of, but they might be really the bestest guys. I mean, how many of the biker dudes look real rough and tumble and look like they're going to kick your butt, but yet are big softies underneath? The guys are all tattooed up and got three, teardrops, which, and their heads all, they look like they just stepped out of a biker bar or out of a Russian prison with their tattoos and everything. You know, they could be the best, most intellectual people. So just be aware of that. But if you're just looking at you want to look through their profile and look at their overall personality. And if that's something you can deal with, great, awesome. They might work out best for you. But now let's actually look at, once you do hire them, what you want to offer. All right. So if you can do benefits, give them benefits. But at the very least, you're supposed to be giving them workman's comp. If you cannot afford workman's comp, there is a workaround, and I'm going to tell you what that workaround is. That workaround is basically what you do is you have your workers go and get a workman's comp policy on themselves, right? So they'll go as themselves and get a workman's comp policy, and then you reimburse them for that workman's comp policy. So instead of paying $200-300 per person for workman's comp, you could be paying $50-75 a person. All right, but reimburse them for that. Okay, you should definitely have workman's comp. If you are going to hire them under W-2, you have to have workman's comp. If you're going to hire them under 1099, they're supposed to have it all themselves. But you got to really watch that 1099, because if you're their sole form of employment, technically they're supposed to be under W-2 as an employee, not as a subcontractor. So you got to watch that. So if you're got them on 1099, you got to find out whether they've got other sources of income. All right. And if they don't, then technically they're supposed to be under W-2. I'm not an attorney. I'm not trying to give you legal advice. I'm just giving you what I have known to be true. All right. If you have any questions, make sure you talk to the appropriate terminals. And there's all free sorts of free advice, like a small business development corporation. So an attorney will give you a free consultation, and so on and so forth. Now, and if you can afford it, get somebody that will help you. Um, who knows? If you can afford an HR person, great. By all means, hire an HR person. Um, Once you got them employed, you want to start training them. There are some great training videos online. I don't I'm not going to show you how to train them, but you can have, there are a lot of good training videos. You can go to the videos, type in how to pack a box, how to load a truck, and there's some great videos for them. But I'll leave you a link to a YouTube channel that actually has a good, decent series of videos that teaches people how to load a truck. Um, it's a great primer. It's a great first exposure to loading truck. But have them go through, if you got a employee manual, have them go through the employee manual. Actually take a day or two and train your people and how and what for you to expect. Okay? And I'm going to be doing some more videos. This video is almost 40 minutes long, so this is quite long. But I know you guys are really interested in this, and I'm going to have later videos. I'm going to actually show you some of the videos to train them on, what to train them on, and hopefully we'll continue with this series. So I planned on this video being one of the series, one of the major ones. So hopefully I've given you some good ideas about this, and we'll continue on. All right, let me know what problems you're having with hiring people, because I probably dealt with the same problems you have. All right, so I'm going to bring myself back up. There we go. I probably had the same problems you had working and employing people. So I probably got some good insights. And I've been doing this for almost 10 years. But I'm going to try to get you as best information on this, because I know that this is going to be key. Because if you got a good bunch of people that work for you, your business will be so much more better for it, and so less hassle and drama free and all sorts of other things. All right, good. Just leave me any and all your questions below in the comment section. Okay, guys? I really want to hear how you go. If you've got some best practices, I would love to hear what you guys do. All right? So, guys, if you like the video, give me a thumbs up. Yay! Make sure you share this with all your family and friends, like always. And don't forget, subscribe to this channel right over here. There'll be a little round thing. My ugly mug. Subscribe to my channel. Other than that, guys, thank you. God bless. Have a great day. Bye-bye. Bye-bye now. Bye.